其实我住的酒店啊，就在易中天老师的对面的2楼，所以一睁眼就能看到易中天老师在炒面啊。我现在就准备下去吃他一个午饭。像这些2楼、3楼都是比较的，非常的接地气啊。中天老师旁边那个像不像周星驰的电影那个功夫里面？
我送我嘅嬸出嚟，你個樣咁好眼做咩啊？諗住抽拉贏我啊？我讓你一拳都仲得啦，打我啊！
推给我啊 ，Thank you。超级无敌晒啊！现在35度的感觉。故事的小黄花，从出生那年就在这里飘着。现在终于看到一些学生哈，男的、女的学生都有。这个是河路雪的哈，这个河路雪很像国内哈，这才20块钱。楼下要进去了。要绕路。看啊，这个角度看进去还不错。这个什么 Indian Woman Printmaker Exhibition Gate 3，嗨，各位，我刚才进安检的时候，胸前的 Pocket 3可能太张扬了哈，然后他就让我扔进了 locker 里面。哎，有个小松鼠。好可爱啊！小松鼠你好，就只能用手机来跟各位拍摄这个国家美术馆了哈。这没人来哈，太安静了。门票钱是500啊，500块钱，但是当地人、本地人只需要20。可能今天是工作日吧，今天是星期2啊，周一闭馆，然后今天我就来了。这个 Indian Woman 的 exhibition， 这边也蛮漂亮的，这些建筑物。Diaper House， 小狗狗，整体结构还不错哈，就比照西方的。这冷气开的也很足哈。我们先来看负1楼这个展，是关于印度女性画家。
蘭森自從環遊世界以來，已經去了280多個博物館，但是走進這個印度美術館，依然可以發現新知識。評論區有愚昧的人留言：印度這種爛地方有什麼好去？本期可以說是啪啪打中他們的臉了。
來到2樓，映入眼簾的是一些17、8世紀西方風景畫，類似科奧勒瑞那種風格，但是這些風景畫內容卻是印度城市的風光。以我豐富的歐洲史知識，一下就反應過來，應該是英治時期歐洲風景油畫的技法流傳進入印度。然後畫家們用來創作印度本地的風景畫。我挑選了牆上一些我認為不錯的畫，即常用維基查了一下，果然和我想的一樣。這裡我列舉幾個畫家的名字，大家有興趣可以自行去拓展這方面知識。
Where are you guys from? Here?
Yeah, Delhi.
Delhi. Nice.
Where are you from?
China.
How's India treating you?
Well, it's my second day here, so I don't know too much.
You've come for the first time.
There are a lot of other galleries, like in other countries, they are allowed
Yeah.
to take pictures.
You have to do it slide.
Oh, you mean secretly? The God is nothing to do, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they just
Yeah.
always stand behind my back and watch me.
You wanted to shoot some content, you know?
Usually I will film the National Museum. When I go to every country, I always film the National Museum and the art gallery.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So what do you guys study?
We did textile design.
Textile design. Okay. So when you come to the gallery, it might help you to
We just came
imagine.
for fun. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
gave inspiration. This is not related to what we do.
Okay.
We just like watching it.
It kind of is art and
But
Yeah,
it
it's
kind of
the same
related.
field. But for textile designing, we usually look at motifs, some kind of inspiration, some kind of art forms that we can take inspiration from. So this kind of helps in that way. You can discover
it
new
helps.
art forms.
And also
Yeah,
take a look at the
Yes.
other masterpiece.
Absolutely. It is relaxing.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to make local friends because in other countries I can use the social networking like Instagram, but in here like nobody uses those kind of
People use hinge.
like other apps. So is it like Indian women are afraid of being like randomly talked to?
for sure. We don't like them first. Because 90.
The whole environment feels different
Yeah.
because if I was in Europe, it's easier to talk to other people. I mean, girls.
Women don't like good intentions here.
You could be a creepo. You could do something.
Because in
Do
there
something.
We
are
can
more,
never tell. Yeah.
because there are more
I read it from the news, but
Yeah.
I still don't understand why.
So they've seen how the men around us are.
The men's, mainly the men's.
Yeah.
So is it safe for you guys to just go to the bazaar and walk?
Go to the
Bazaar, the market.
It is.
maybe like
In
if
a
it's
crowded
place. Even in crowded places, I feel like someone
Yeah,
could
but
touch
still,
you. Like,
still better.
yeah, still
Still
better.
better.
Yeah, someone
than
also
in a
touched me, like, not to mention you
oh
girls.
God.
Yeah.
We're sorry about that. But it's like generally we don't go out at night to hang out. If it's with our friends, then also they're very concerned. Because Delhi is not safe yet for women. Especially for Delhi.
It feels like it's a part of your life now. Like you have to live this way. Sad.
So like, what place will you normally go? Like to a example McDonald's or like a cafe? Would it be more safe?
Yeah.
Cafe will be more safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Places like these are
Yeah.
safe, but
Place like this is definitely
yeah, somewhere you could find like a good crowd. So the place I'm telling you, Khan Market, it's a street with a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants. So people usually come there to chill, to have some lunch, dinner. So it's like a good crowded place. You can hang out there.
So is it possible I can hang out with you guys like in a cafe or something? Because I still have like 2 or 3 days. You can pick the place, the safe place
She's
for
from
you.
there. Yeah, we can. Maybe like we show you.
We can exchange the content. Do you guys have like Instagram or something?
Yeah, we can.
Oh.
Men everywhere. I think it's not
But in other countries,
smaller cities. they're not
Nobody
safe.
really calls them out, and I think it's the group of men they hang out with.
Nobody calls them out, and they don't even feel
don't
if
care.
if it's something that they're doing. This
I feels like they have a different kind of manner. Or
Yeah.
they think it's right, but
We think they know.
Yeah, the mentality is completely different. They think they're superior.
Like if I put up a story about maybe like rape culture, they'll just be like, "Oh, why are you blaming all men?" That's the mind.
So are you guys familiar with this Indian painter? Because it's all many people. It's my first time to hear, because I never see it in
I know
other.
some of them.
I know some of them, the famous
Yeah,
ones. I don't
few
know.
of the famous ones, but not these. I feel.
Which ones do you know?
I saw one like at the beginning of the first floor.
Yeah.
It's like combined with the Western style.
Yeah.
That one is good.
I think
He used the Western
he was a European
landscape,
painter.
to paint the
Which one?
Indian landscape. Like the way they paint the trees.
Yeah, that's one
They
thing.
just use the black
grass.
color. Yeah. Are you tired?
Yeah, she was there.
She was tired.
為了方便你們理解，我再來描述一下，像這種優質的中產小姐姐，如果你在路邊的集市搭訕她，可能失敗率非常高，因為沒等你展現自己的素質，她就自動把你歸類為。
如果個靚仔喺 Facebook 度寫啲情歌歌詞嘅話點啊？ 感性浪漫。
如果我喺 Facebook 度寫你情歌歌詞咧，
思覺失調。
如果個靚仔同你講鹹濕笑話，你話點？
佢撩我咯。
如果我同你講鹹濕笑話咧，
核突報警。
但如果在美术馆这种地方搭讪了，他们就会觉得你才华横溢了。也不能怪他们，因为印度还有一大部分人处于前现代状态，所以他们在公共场合的防备心非常高。
I feel like after we start the conversation, feel like no difference with other countries' people.
Yeah.
But in India, the problem is I cannot start the conversation.
It's
I cannot start it. Yes.
It's difficult to.
Yes.
这里放几位我认为优秀的印度画家，大家可自行为基。这里顺便给大家展示的是我快速学习的方法：先把重要的知识节点记下来，然后把完全不熟的先扔一边，先把你略有耳闻的和自己脑子里本就有的知识体系串联一下。比如这里有不少画家是出身英国或者在英国接受教育，他们本就是白人，但爱上印度这块冒险之地后，终其一生的留在这里生活。他们的事迹就可以与我在伦敦看过的博物馆知识串联起来了。
After the gallery, where are you guys going?
Home? Yeah. But we're not eating here.
I try a lot of butter chicken. That's what I like.
Yeah, but
And
you should try other vegetarians. They suggest you good vegetarian.
but every restaurant make butter chicken differently.
Yeah.
I always have to try to
Which one
take
do you
it.
like? Do you like the sweet one?
Yeah, sweet one.
Yeah. Can you handle spice?
Yeah, a little. But sometimes they are just making it like totally not sweet at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this artist? Never Hussain.
No,
He's
a
like
lot
you.
of new artists to me.
This one is very famous. Everyone knows him.
He was born in like 100 years ago. So Indian society is quite complicated.
Yeah.
On one hand, like he was born in 1 century
Yeah.
ago, but he can do that. But right now, I think many like conservative part of the
Yeah.
society, I can see.
Interesting observation.
Yeah. If I walk on the corner of square, right, I see like more women than other areas because more like foreigners.
Yeah.
They go to bars.
Yeah.
They drink beers. That's why.
Did you try going to Lodi Garden?
No.
It's a really nice place. You can go for a picnic maybe.
Is it girls allowed to?
Girls?
Girls.
Yeah, you have to drink whatever you want.
Because university graduate is like 22
22,
in most of
yeah.
the country.
Yeah.
Is it easy to look for a job right now?
Yeah.
No.
Actually, very good. We worked under a designer. The work environment was really bad.
The cafe is closed. Permanent.
Contaminated पानी से नहीं होता.
पीने से थोड़ी होगा.
Western country always say that like Indian people and Chinese people are like studying really hard. So I think it's kind of similar
Yeah.
between
But I think it's
between
worse.
our
It's worse.
I've seen articles that I don't know.
There's this exam in China that's supposed to be
University
like the most
exam,
difficult
yeah.
exam.
because
I've
if
seen
you
videos
grow up
on
in
it.
Western country, it will be like more freedom,
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
homework, and people grow up like more happily.
Yeah.
But in China or maybe in India, it's the
yeah,
same. Like,
yeah,
like
that's
the exam is really pressure.
You've given that exam that's supposed to be very difficult.
Well, I finished my degree in Australia.
What cities are you planning?
I'm going to Varanasi later.
Varanasi. It's very crowded. there.
I will stay here for 3 or 4 more days, and then I will take the trains to Varanasi.
That's also spontaneous. It's not planned.
No plans, spontaneous.
That-
Yeah. Like in a cafe or something. Well, I need to grab my bag.
今天的主线任务完成了，接下来就是到处闲逛，顺便刷一刷3位小姐姐的 ins。
看一下这些高档的餐 高档的甜品店卖到齐了 ，Tea Cake 490，就相当于49人民币啊，相当于天河什么？这个地方还蛮有趣的哈，这个地方比我平时逛的那些要高档2、3个级别哈，起码。我也觉得我近几天去的地方都太穷太破了，就稍微来一点中档一点的地方啊。我们可以看到哈，越接近中产以上的地方，连印度的女生穿衣服的风格也更接近现代化了。由于贫富的差距呢，会导致连日常习惯也会受到影响。我想说，金钱的贫富哈和认知上的贫富也是一样的。如果一个国家它认知上的贫穷哈，那种战狼那种小粉太多的话，那它也是会外溢到方方面面哈，连日常的一些行为规范也会有所变化。就比如说穿衣，就看这些餐厅 Happy Hour 卖啤酒啊。看这个服装店。这堵墙不错哈，然后后面也挺像住宅区的感觉。这个住宅区有点乱而不脏啊，乱而不脏，挺像广州的，挺像广州的一些老地方啊。看这个服装店，这就非常的好的衣服了。哇，这串绿色珠子，这真的好看啊！这个天鹅的宝石。Hi, how much that one? The green one.
69,000.
69,000. Okay, 69,000. It's okay. 96,900就是6900人民币啊，差不多等于一个苹果手机啊。你看这些水果店多干净啊！带大家带大家来中产的地方逛逛哈，你就会发现，一旦现代化了之后啊，大家就会开始趋同了，就都开始差不多了。哇，这咖啡一进来2个洋妞，赫本，一个热狗300，一个沙拉300。pasta 500，其实类似那个什么，天河那边差不多价格，放了很多海报啊，都是老海报。ice cream 180， 18块钱，18块人民币一个 ice cream，18块虽然不贵哈，可以承受，但是我更想吃那些1块8的。我觉得这就是一个很好的例子哈，你底层和中产之间其实也有个鸿沟哈，底层只能消费得起1块8的冰淇淋，但是中产呢就可以消费18块钱的冰淇淋，然后高产呢就可以消费180块的冰淇淋哈。哇，连这个 Pret 这边都有，这个 Pret 是在英国伦敦啊特别多的一个 Petfield， 这个也是。我相信也不是很多地方有的卖哈，可以称得上是什么药妆店。
今天后半段无意中的闲逛，其实证明了一件事：在印度，只要你生活中产以上的街区，其实你也能获得与任何发达国家类似的，甚至是你很熟悉的生活。比如这个区一眼看去就很像天河的一些小区。
这个女生也是很现代哈，这水果闻着都非常新鲜。而且这边上来骚扰的人少很多了。烤红薯，看中间这一圈树，不说的话你就以为在广州哈。看这些露乳的外套， 这一圈不错哈，叫做汉 Market。